If you are now in the altcoin market, then you have probably seen prices go down quite a lot, right? I mean, it's not doing that fantastic at the moment. You might feel like this time is different. Help, shit, not gonna happen. We're all wrecked. I'm only gonna be in Bitcoin from now on. Food, nice. But is it actually different? I like to see that it isn't, right? And why do I like to see that? Because I see it and I like it. I want to show you that this cycle so far is like crazy comparable to 2017 so far. And if it is comparable to 2017, then we have a pretty decent altcoin run coming, right? So welcome to the Fomo Factory. If you already like the video, it would help me a lot. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and I want to show you some cool things. So first off, we cannot deny that for Bitcoin, it's the same, right? Orange, 2017, purple, now. Right, we have been following 2017 to the teeth, like to the T, not teeth, to the T. It's crazy how much we have been following this. I'm not saying that we will keep on doing that, otherwise Bitcoin will do a 111x, will put us at around $1.7 million. Could happen, but not my base case. But so far, it has been following perfectly. Now, the thing that's unfortunately for a lot of people also following is the altcoin market, right? Because in 2017, February, there was no alt season yet. And this time, a lot of people, I get it a lot, right? Like they say, it's not gonna happen, it's different, right? Like, but is it? Let me show you a couple of charts that are pretty interesting. But again, first off, if you look at the altcoin market on its Bitcoin pair, you can see that in 2017, the beginning here, like we were at lows, right? We were at really lows. But alt season really started here in March, give or take. In March, it really started to go up. We are now in February of the post-halving year. So it's not weird or anything that it didn't happen yet, but maybe a lot of people, they compare it to 2021 and that started in January. So they feel like, fuck, it's been January. So it's not happening yet, so it is not going to happen, right? So based on this, I would say nothing worrying. But what we are seeing now in the meantime is that altcoins had some kind of a mid-cycle run-up and they got wrecked pretty hard. Now, I want to use Superverse as an example right here, right? There are a lot of altcoins that did way worse. There are a lot of altcoins that did better. But from the top, so far, Superverse is down with 69%. And all the way to that wick bottom, it was down with 76%. Now, there are, of course, altcoins. They are like, some are a lot different. We have Bread, for example, which is now down 78%. And to wick bottom, it was down 83%. And these are percentages that we can apply on a lot of charts that make people maybe a little scared. Like, it has been down like a lot. Is that not like weird or anything? So I started to look like, okay, Bitcoin has been following 2017 so far. The altcoin market overall so far also following 2017. So what about individual altcoins and their downtrends? Is this normal, right? So I made a list with coins that were around in 2017 to take a look like how did they do. So again, what we have seen so far this cycle, altcoins had a pretty decent run up. Like, don't forget about that, right? Like a lot of people, they are maybe wrecked, but that's also partly because they bought a lot higher than where we are right now. Unfortunately, back in the bear, right, where we had a lot of low prices, just like now, people didn't want to buy, right? So that's also a reason why you're wrecked. You don't care when prices are low. You only want to get in when prices are high. That's on you, okay? Like that, I can't help you with that, right? But nevertheless, prices are down a lot. And not just for the shit coins, also for the high cap coins. Like we have an IMX right here, down 78%. Like, that's what we see a lot. How was that in 2017? Ta-da. Let's take a look at a couple of coins right here, right? Ethereum Classic was one of the coins in 2017. Not a lot of history before that. But what we can see is that in the same period, basically, right, end of 2016, right? So end halving year, and also here we had like end 2024, right here, and also a little sooner than that, we had that big downtrend. Now, what we see is that from that point, Ethereum Classic went down with 79%, right? So that's not different. After that downtrend, this is where people like, we didn't even had alt season before, so people had nothing to rely on. So if you think the sentiment now is bad, bro, here you would not have survived. Like, you were already gone, right? Because now we at least have two cycles to look back on and patterns, and we know how it works right now. Back here, we had nothing to look back on. It was just like, oh, price are high, let's buy. Oh, we're fucking wrecked. Okay, never mind. I don't know what that was. And what happened then? It went up with more than 6,000%, right? And it's not that I chose Ethereum Classic. What I did is I just looked at CoinMarketCap history, put some coins out of the top 10 in this watch list from back then, and see what happened. We had Steam, also one of the higher cap coins back then. It had a run up. Then it went down with 98%. 98%. Bro, like, a lot of coins now are down with 70, 80, maybe 90%, but 98%, you don't see that a lot, right? Yeah, this was as dead as it could be, right? But then alt season started and this coin jumped 14,000%, right? I'm not even mentioning the other 500. Well, that's a 6x, right? But 14,000% up. So I just want to put it in. I'm not saying that this is 2017. It's 2025. I know that, right? But I'm showing you, like, hey, so far we're following it. Even when coins went down with like basically all they had, they still had an insane run. This thing went from $5 to 5 cents. Crazy, right? And then it went from 5 cents to $9. Insane. Then we have Zcash. Zcash went down. And it's a little harder to tell because this is where it came out, basically. And from the moment it came out, it kind of went down in a straight line, basically like with everything, right? 99.9%. Yeah, back here you would have said like, this is dead. Like, how much more dead can something be, right? Down only and down hard. Yet the people who here said that, hey, you know what? Altcoins will have their moment. Man, they just had a simple 4,000% reward, right? Insane. Of course, if you here said like, oh, it's dead, I'm not gonna buy it. Fine. Hey, you are out of the woods. You are safe. You can't lose money. But did you enter crypto to not lose money? I thought people came here to gain money, right? So I don't know why you should be here and not expect something with altcoins in the first place. We have Dogecoin. Let's see what happened right there, because that's a more established coin, right? Well, Dogecoin had a little more history, and it first went into a bear market. So yeah, from what point do we have to take it exactly, right? But after the bear market bottom, it ran up from, yeah, it's not even measurable basically, right? But it ran up 5x, 6x. Then it came down at 60%. 60%, right? And after it came down with 16%, 60, it shot up with 10,000%. Right, so even a coin that didn't even drop that hard still went into a fat alt season. Then we have Augur. If you like a lot of coins here, you might feel like, what the fuck is that? This was the top 10 back then, right? And is it safe to say, like, you know, these top 10 altcoins that we have right now, they won't be there in a couple of years again? A lot, they won't, probably. But who cares? It's about this cycle. You want to make money with them this cycle, right? As well, down 82%. 82. Very comparable number to what we are seeing right now. And then it went up 4,600%. Let's take a look at NEM. this thing went down 86%. Then it went up with 84,000%. What the hell, right? It's probably not the case. I haven't measured them all. Well, Dash, we did, right? Dash was a little bit more of an outperformer, actually, right? Went down with 47%. Not that much, right? And that's all in the same kind of time frame, right? End of the post-halving year, or end of the halving year, basically. And then when alt season started, this thing went up with, I haven't measured that, with 20,000%, right? Ethereum Classic, we had that. You have Monero. Monero goes all the way back, like here, same period where these altcoins had that capitulation, whatever. Went down with 70%. 70. And then it went up with 10,000. So you get the point, right? I think you get the point right here. So if you are looking at altcoins right now and you be like, oh, it's dead because they are down so much from, like here, 80% random coin, right? They are down so much from the high, so it's dead, and we don't believe in altcoins anymore. Try to realize that this is nothing new. This happened before. And that a coin first drops with 80 or 90+% doesn't mean that they are dead and they cannot give you good returns. The only thing is, well, the two things, again, it shows again that they can give these returns, right? Even if they are down 82%, they can go up 50x, whatever, right? And this is diminishing, right? So it might not go up with 10,000, 20,000% as you've seen on some of these coins, but they can still give you really good returns. The only thing, guys, and I think this is so important, the only thing to get these profits, the only thing that you need to do is believe in this point, right? And that's where a lot of newer people in crypto now go wrong, right? Because they look at whatever kind of coin and they look from the high to the low and they be like, nah, it's down 70, 80%. It's not going to happen. And they don't buy. Fine. But then realize that if it goes up again, then where are your gains? And again, if you feel like, but this is not going to happen, okay, fine. I don't know what to say, actually, because it is more likely to happen than not to happen. And it's really risky to not be in the market right now. If you feel like it's not going to happen, then what are you doing in crypto in the first place, bro? You are here for a reason. Try to understand that. You are here. Like, I'm not trading stocks. I'm not talking about the stock market. I'm talking about crypto. You're watching something about crypto. This is not a Bitcoin only channel. You are here for a reason, right? So consider that. So is this time different? Look, I've been hearing that this time is different for like 2 years right now. Also when it comes to Bitcoin. Well, this shows like the people here that said it was different, like where are they now? I don't hear any one of them anymore, right? Because it isn't different. Now we hear people say that, well, the altcoin market is different. The fact that we are going down this much is only more proof that it is actually the same, right? It's only the same. Because, again, if we so far are repeating 2017, then we cannot do everything except this downtrend, right? And this downtrend is currently where we are in. And that makes people believe that it's different. This should be more big argument for you, like, wow, this is even more 2017. Damn, what a chance. Like, okay, let me get this then, right? So I understand the fear and the whatever, but if you purely look at this, then you should actually, I don't know, be pretty bullish about things, from my opinion. So now, it's not different. And at some point it might be. But again, it's very dangerous to keep calling that it's different. And the market is so far always proving people wrong and wrong and wrong, right? And at a certain point, you might be right. But when is that certain point? Might be now, right? But could have been 2 years ago, wasn't, right? These people, they got even left behind on Bitcoin now. Like there's nothing for them anymore, right? So it might be now, it might be next week, it might be in a year, it might be in 10 years that it's finally going to change. But the biggest lesson in crypto, in my opinion, is follow the trend until the end. And so far, the trend is showing like, guys, here we have it. Here we are. You know what to do. And there are too many people, especially on this channel, saying, nah, everything was the same. But this point right here, nah, it's going to go down only from here. Like, but why? Why? I don't know why, right? So, short video. I wanted to update you guys on that. I think it might be a little comforting for some people that might look at the altcoin price right now and be like, it's down so much. Yeah, it's also what happened here before it went up a lot. So nothing too worrying there. All right. I hope it was helpful. If it was, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.